hello, and welcome to the Herprenuer Talk Show. I am Torri Hammond, your host, and I am so excited to be with you guys on this marvelous Monday. And so, hey, make sure that as you're coming in, tell us where you are live from. Get ready because we have an amazing guest on tonight. I'm super excited to bring one of my elite Herbacetor sisters to the stage for you guys to know who she's all about. And so this is the Herprenuer Network. And in the Herprenuer Network, we believe in fixing crowns and maintaining them. We also believe that collaboration trumps competition, and we are a sisterhood of international women in network and in business. And so we welcome you to the Herprenuer Network Talks. And I am Torri Hammond, your host. And so, guys, I am the CEO of Sassy Hair Care Products. I'm the author of the book Go and Grow. I am a certified business coach, and I am an elite Herbacetor in the network. I am also the regional director for the West Coast in the network, and I absolutely love all things her. And I am your host on today. So excited that you are here. So Alabama, we see you. Hello, Alabama, Suffolk, Virginia in the building. I see you. So we thank you guys for coming in. We also ask that you share. Listen, sharing is caring, right? And get your good girlfriends on in here so they can learn all about this network and some of the amazing people that we have in this network. And so I'm so honored, so excited. Listen, I am going to be interviewing Coach Jocquice. And listen, this amazing trailblazer is definitely going to come and tell you what she's all about, what she does, and I'm so excited about it. So Virginia is in the building. Listen, all right, guys, so share. We're going to get ready to bring her in just a minute, but I just, again, want to welcome you. Welcome to the Herprenuer Network Talks. And again, I am Torri Hammond, your host. All right, guys. So hope everyone is doing well. Happy Monday. How are you on today? What's going on in your world? Tell us all about it. We are here for the comments. We are here. Are you a herpreneur? Are there any herpreneurs in the building? May the herpreneurs please stand up. Listen, chime in. Hey, Trina Wolf. Hey, my Herbacetor sister. Are there any herpreneurs in the building? All right, guys. So let's show up. Let's let them know what the Herprenuer Network is all about. All right, guys. So let's go in. Let me introduce to you guys my sister. Yes, an elite Herbacetor in the network, Coach Jocquice J. Spikes. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Super excited to be here. Cannot wait to just get this chat going. How you doing?
I'm doing good. So I got to interview our founder on last week, but you are the first official elite Herbacetor that I am interviewing. Man, wow. So I'm super excited about it. So tell us, who is Jocquice J. Spikes?
That's a loaded question. Well, first and foremost, wife, stepmom, bonus mom of 4, Nana J to 7 grandbabies. Yes. And so I have been in corporate America for 25 years. Wow. And I started also my company Wise Hat Consulting in 2018. Really, it was birthed out of my personal testimony of the struggles I've gone through in my career and me taking accountability of some of the things. So we'll get into it. But overall, Wise Hat Consulting is a career coaching company for women.
Okay.
And we help brilliant women who feel stuck and burned out in their career to change their hat. And not this hat, ladies, not this hat, but your hat stands for your habits, your associations, and your thoughts. So we believe if you change your hat, you can change really your life, but you can absolutely change your career. And so that's what Wise Hat Consulting is all about. And I'm also the author of Ambitious Woman, How to Self-Promote in the Workplace Without Feeling Like You're Bragging. And I also have a podcast called Ambitious Woman. And so we we unpack a lot of things that women go through in the workplace. So that's who I am in a nutshell.
Well, tell us a little bit more about your podcast.
Well, okay, so the podcast was birthed out of the book, right? So I wrote the book first, and then it was like, let's continue the discussion, right? Because the book is kind of like my testimony of the struggles I went through over the 25 years in corporate America, how I overcame them. Mainly the issue was this: I had a hard time talking about my accomplishments. When it came time for me to take credit for the things I had done, I felt like I was bragging, and I felt like I wasn't being authentic. I was, as the young people, I don't know what they say now, but back then it was all that in a bag of chips.
Right.
So it didn't feel right for me to do that. But at the end of the day, that information is tied to my pay. So how well I articulate my value, so shows up on my paycheck, right?
Okay.
So over the years, as I got help to overcome this through mentorships, etc., then women who directly reported to me at the time also struggled with it. Not the women, the women.
Okay.
So I saw this trend, right? And so I started helping those women. That turned into a webinar at my corporate job. Thousands of women showed up to this webinar. I did it over a series of years, right? And so then it was like, okay, this is a trend for us women. Why do we feel this way? And so the book is really about how to overcome that, how to self-promote in the workplace without feeling like you're bragging, knowing who you are, and being able to articulate your values. So that podcast just extends that conversation.
I think it's awesome that you were able to tap in, see a need, and create a solution around it, guys. And that's what it's about as an entrepreneur, seeing a need and becoming the solution. So kudos to you for even taking that step. And that is something that a lot of people struggle with, indeed. And I think it's important too that we remember the journey, right? Because sometimes we accomplish things and we forget. And then there are times we have to remind ourselves, listen, I did that. And the same God that allowed me to do it back then is the same God that can help me to do whatever I need to do now. So that's good. That's good. That's good. Ooh, we could get into some good conversation.
Oh, yeah.
So tell us, what made you want to become an elite Herbacetor with the Herprenuer Network?
I tell this story a lot. That's all God. 100%. I can't put no on anybody else. I had gotten up one morning, spending my time in prayer as I normally do.
Okay.
But I had finished up pretty early that day. So I'm in California. And most of y'all are on the East Coast, right? And so I just happened to, I had my phone in my hand, opened up the Clubhouse app, and I don't know if I dropped into the weapon room or the business check-in. It was one of the two.
Okay.
And immediately I said, I need to connect with whoever this. I heard Dr. Nikki's voice, didn't know who she was prior to that. I need to be a part of this sisterhood here, because immediately I felt at home. Immediately I felt supported, even though I didn't come to the stage during that first the Clubhouse. I just had to connect. And so applied for the information for the interest meeting. During the interest meeting, I'm like, hey, just tell me where to sign, because I already know this is where I need to be, right?
Right.
Hearing that collaboration trumps competition, right? We're all here to help each other fix crowns. You do not see that everywhere. It is a blessing, right? And so I'm thankful and grateful for Dr. Nikki's yes, right? Saying yes to God.
We are all grateful for her. Yes, indeed.
Absolutely, because it is very much an atmosphere that has helped support me, even remotely. Like, I haven't even met any of you guys in person yet, and I
can't wait. Listen, this year is our year. I cannot wait.
Yes. So that's how it happened. It was all God. I mean, I just, again, came out of prayer, hopped in the Clubhouse, and here I am.
I think we all kind of have a similar story, how God led us to a God-led network. That is amazing. So he ordered our footsteps right where we needed to be to grow in him, right? And to grow in business, also to grow in sisterhood and in ministry. So amazing story. Amazing. So tell us how you balance your mom work life.
Yeah. So I'm going to say
I know
something.
there are a lot of entrepreneurs who are parallelpreneurs, who are moms.
Yeah.
How do you balance, especially being in corporate America?
Right. Because there's that. Right. So I'm going to say something that may ruffle some feathers, but it's the truth anyway.
We're here for it.
There is no such thing as work-life balance.
Okay.
I don't believe in it. And
Okay.
I'll tell you why.
Okay.
So when you think about balance, at least for me, I think about a scale, right? So I'm going to try to take something that's like this and bring it here, which implies that I have to take away from something to give to the other. And at no point am I going to rob my family to serve my career, right? And then if you choose to serve your career more, or the opposite, right? You always feel like it's this guilty thing, right? Because I'm taking away from something and I'm giving to the other. You will never be like this. It's not possible. And so what's happened is that mantra has gone out and we're striving for this balance that will not happen. Instead, though, it's a harmony that you're seeking after. And so when you think of a harmony, just think of music, think of a symphony. There's all kind of instruments playing in a symphony, right? An orchestra. You got the percussion, the horns, you got all these different instruments playing, and every now and then somebody might have a solo, right? But it's all beautiful music composed together, weaving in and out, right? Making this beautiful music. And so that's how I strive for it. So some days my family's going to have a solo to where I need to sign off early and go focus and be over here and do something with my husband or with the grandkids or something like that, right? Then some days work is going to have a solo. And again, it's not an all or nothing. It's just the intertwining throughout the day or throughout the week. And so I may have to focus on a project over here for a finite period of time.
Right.
But that's just a solo. And then I'm going to come back. But all together, it makes beautiful music because it's a harmony and it's not this balance. Otherwise, mentally, at least for me, if I'm seeking this balance thing, I'm going to always be in this guilt mode of I'm not giving one or the other enough time. And I can't, have it all.
Right.
So that's how I don't subscribe to work-life balance.
Okay. Fair. Love the way that you explained it. And so with that being said, I'm sure you agree that it's important that your family is in line with your work and your work is in line with your family, meaning that your family understands your work. They respect your work. And as well as your work, understand that your family is first and they respect your family. And so I think that's a good, tipping scale. I love how you definitely led us to understand. I love it when you can bring it to, real. Like it's one thing to say it, but to be able to give an example. And that was a really, really good example. So thank you for that. All right, guys. It is going down with Coach Jocquice J. Spikes. Oh my gosh, y'all. This is amazing. So at any time, you're able to pop questions and we will definitely get your questions answered. But we're going to continue this interview. So tell us, what do you love to do when you're not working?
I like reading books. I don't get enough time to do that, but I love reading books. Oh, actually, all kind of books. Right now, I'm reading the book by St. Marshall that is about, it's called You've Been Chosen. And so she's the CEO of the Dallas Mavericks, by the way. But before that, she was an officer at AT&T. And so she tells her story of overcoming cancer. It's a wonderful story. So I'm reading that. And so that's kind of subscribing to my intellect from a professional development perspective. But then also I have this other book I'm going to read from a health and wellness perspective. I haven't started it yet, but I have it. And it's called Glucose Revolution.
Wow.
And it's talking about how your body deals with sugar, how sugar is like in everything, and how our bodies are responding to that and when's the best time to introduce certain foods. So I love to read, but first and foremost, if my husband was answering this question for me, he would tell you I love to shop. So
nothing wrong with loving to shop then.
Right? Nothing wrong with a little retail therapy. I can go walk a mall and not really buy anything. I can just walk around and window shop. But most of the time, you'll catch me with a bag. So, Those are the two things I like to do. Yeah.
So nice. And so could you say that that is your wind down? Like when you get a book, you sit down, it definitely helps you to wind down. I know for me, shopping definitely puts me in a different mindset, in a different mode. So love it. All right. So tell us a little bit more about how you help in the field of what you do. For your business, because I feel like what you do is very important, and I think people need to really hear about how you can really help them to move from a place called there to a place called there. So tell us a little bit more about these hats.
Yes. So here's the thing. Again, Wise Hat Consulting is like, it is my personal testimony. I was the one in early on in my career. You can tell me anything, right? You gave me feedback. I'm like, yeah, whatever. And it wasn't until God got a hold of me and was like, literally, you need to change your hat, your habits, your associations, your thoughts, and apply wisdom to those things so that you can overcome. So that's essentially what we do with women. We do group coaching, we do one-on-one coaching, we'll do strategy sessions, we'll help you with your resume and cover letter, although that's not our main focus. Our focus is on how do you succeed once you have that position, or if you've been in that position for a very long time, you feel stuck, you feel burned out, you see everybody else getting selected but you, and you're trying to figure out what is it, right? We focus in on that because there's something under those three things. I guarantee you there's something in your hat that you need to change in order to overcome that, right? Okay. And so we really focus on those things. I have webinars. I told you about the podcast. I'm about to launch an app this year as well.
Nice. So
be able to subscribe and get the content right then and there. Go through, not live, but recorded webinars to get access. So it's really more of a mindset thing we work on as well, but then there's practical things depending on where you are in your career and what it is that you're looking for that we can set you up for success. So that's really what we focus on.
All right, so any questions for Coach Jocquice J. Spikes? Listen, we are here for it, and so let's drop your questions in the comments. And so so you're still actively working in your corporate job?
Yes, ma'am.
So how do you balance both? Working a regular job and running your own business?
Yeah, it's not easy, but I have office hours. So here's the thing. I do my day job, right?
Okay.
And then when I'm done, certain days of the week, I focus on Wise Hat. So there's certain days of the week that I am going to meet with clients and do a consultation call to see if they're a good fit for my program, right? There are certain days I'm going to focus in on, the marketing aspect of the business. So I don't do everything every day because that's just not going to be healthy for me. There are certain days I do nothing but focus on family, right? I won't I don't even take my business phone or anything with me. I leave it at home. I leave my work phone at home. And if anyone's trying to reach me really bad enough, they have my personal number. Otherwise, if they don't have that, I'm not available until I'm available, right? And so it is having the discipline. I'll tell you the hardest part, though, for me to overcome was even carving out time for myself to work smart and not hard, even in my day job. So I do block off personal time for me to actually work, to actually function, and get up and go eat.
Right. That's
yourself. Go take a walk, right? And oftentimes what happens, we deny ourselves so much. We don't understand that we're hurting the bigger good. We think that's actually helping us be more effective. And it's not, because we're not active, right? You're not being creative in our thoughts because we're deprived of vitamin D. We haven't seen the sun in 12 hours, all those things, right? So really just trying to get a schedule together, understanding that harmony piece, right? So there's a solo over here for family. There's a solo over here for work.
Right.
And just sticking to that.
Right. And so what I hear you saying, which I love, is that balance cancels out busy.
Yes.
Because it's easy to get busy, right? Yes. And sometimes we're busy, we get absolutely nothing done. And so that's where that balance needs to come in, where you can put structure to your days. So that is really, really good. And so what are some of the other challenges that you face while you're running both businesses? Because I can truly say that building your business takes a lot of marketing. It takes a lot of marketing. It takes, a lot of tapping in, and you're the face of your business, ideally. And so how hard has it been as you transitioned to come to, build your brand, really stand up, let people know that this is who you are, and this is how you serve? What other challenges did you experience, if any?
Yeah. So I'll tell you, overall, the theme is this: I kill the ants. And I'll tell you what the ants are.
Okay.
So ANT stands for automatic negative thoughts.
Automatic. Come on, y'all. Let's pop it in the chat. ANT.
Yes.
Automatic negative thoughts. That's good.
We all battle them, right? We have them all the time. We think we're good enough. The whole imposter syndrome, which really to me is fear. At the end of the day, it's fear, right? And so then I also, one of the reasons, so I do that, but then the practicality piece of it is this. I'm trying not to be a consumer so much on social as I am a business, right? I'm trying to put my content out there. And so I try not to get myself sucked into so much of what I see, because then you start comparing yourself to this person, that person, that person. And before you know it, like you said, right, you're busy. You're thinking you're doing this for your business, but now you've gone down this rabbit hole and you've gotten nothing done. So just knowing what your triggers are when it comes to things like that, that'll make you start comparing or make you start having those automatic negative thoughts. It is not easy. It's not for the faint at heart.
You're right about that.
Especially if you have a day job and you're trying to run a business. But sticking to, your schedule. And then I'll tell you, the big thing for me is just resisting the urge to always want to do something. This is my baby. So I always want to spend time and do things with my baby.
I get it.
Right? But at some point I have to say, okay, that can wait. Here is my priority over here. Husband wants to go out and get ice cream. I need to put the baby down and go out and get ice cream. So that return on investment is much higher at the moment than this thing over here, right? And so just constantly retraining my mindset to do that. And then lastly, I'll say this: not being afraid to rest.
Yes, that's important. Say that again. Listen, say that again.
That part is so hard. Not being afraid to rest. What God has for you is for you.
Amen.
Your clients, your customers, every interaction. I mean, everything, it's for you. Now, if he's telling you to do something and execute by a certain time frame, by all means, do what you need to do. But don't be afraid to rest. And if you don't, quote unquote, and I'm going to say this lightly, so I don't want anybody to take it like completely, you need to show up for your business, period. You got to show up. But if you don't show up, just full on pedal to the metal all the time, and you're sacrificing yourself and maybe your family and other things to do that, you have to bring that back into harmony. Right. So casting out that fear, again, back to the automatic negative thoughts. So all of that is kind of intertwined into all of that. So kill the ants.
Kill the ants. That's good. That's good. That's good. And so since you said that, what about delegation? How do you feel about delegating? I'm sure you have a lot of things delegated and automated, but let's just put some people in that mindset that it's important that a part of that is delegation, that delegation plays a big part in how you're able to move with grace and with ease. So let's talk a little bit about that.
Let me tell you, automation is your friend. Delegation is your friend. Now, I'll tell you, God is still working on me on the delegation piece. I'm going to be honest.
Okay. I think he's working on us all. Listen, don't feel bad. He's working on us all.
I will use automation. I will use Fiverr as well. There's some good resources on Fiverr. I've had some people design landing pages and all kind of stuff for me.
Okay. Y'all just got a plug. Okay.
So, didn't get paid for that, but that's absolutely something you can do. But automation is your friend. Utilize all the tools and resources, and don't be afraid to invest in your business, right?
Listen.
So that you can make money in your sleep. There's so much out there between CRMs. I'm not going to name any more companies, but CRMs that are out there. We have tools that'll, if once you get a sale, it'll send an email, it'll do this, it'll do that. All those things that can be taken care of for you, so you don't have to worry about that. Especially if you have a busy lifestyle, you have to take advantage of it, and don't be afraid to invest in it for yourself, because to your point, Torri, you are the face of your business. So people are going to remember how you made them feel.
Right.
So if it's a janky process or a convoluted process just to buy something from you, they're going to remember that. And so you make it easy to where, again, that all those tools that are out there, there's no reason, even a small business like ours that we run, that we can't, take advantage of automation.
Correct. So automation, delegation, listen, and self-investment.
Yes.
Are the tools that she just laid out for us, because it's definitely important, especially when you do, two things, when you work a regular job and you are an entrepreneur. So that's good. Thank you for sharing. All right, guys, where are those questions? Come on, let's pick her brain. We have Coach Jocquice J. Spikes on the stage with us tonight. So excited. She's an elite ambassador in the Herprenuer Network. And she has told us all about her business. Listen, she's in the corporate world, as well as running her own business. She has a podcast. She has a book. Come on, y'all. Where are those questions? Let's pick her brain and let's get some good questions going, so that we can definitely pick her brain and get her talking and answering these questions, guys, because she's a wealth full of knowledge. We can already see that already. She is full of lots of knowledge, and so we're here for it, right? And so if you have any questions, now is your time to pop in. All right, so we're going to give her a second. I am going to quickly go over your announcements. Listen, we are super excited. We just got some good old news today, y'all. Listen. So we already knew that the Herpreneurs were coming to Dallas. Listen, the Dallas Her Experience was already on the books. But today, listen, today, we found out that the headliner for the event is none other than the Cora Jakes. Yes. So we are super excited. And as the speakers are coming out, Dr. Connie's coming. As the speakers are coming out, guys, more than ever, you need to be in the building. So make sure that you are ready to join us in Dallas the 21st through the 23rd of April. Super excited to be coming to Dallas. Listen, let's not forget that the Strong Her Retreat is going to be in September in Destin, Florida. The Herpreneurs are on the move. There are so many ways to connect. The Herpreneurs are going to California. They're coming your way, Jocquice, coming to California, going to Mississippi. You want to make sure that you are connected, listen, so that you will not be left behind. Listen, the Herpreneurs are on the move, and we are so excited. And so make sure that you are planning to join us. Make sure that you are planning to join us in a city near you. And so I just, get to be the pleasure of being the host for Dallas. I am located here in Texas. Super excited about it. And so who is ready to join me in Dallas? Yes, Sabrina. Yes, y'all. She is already registered. Thank you, Ambassador Tyra. Y'all, that is my spiritual mama, sister, cousin, auntie. Absolutely love her. Thank you for being on the stream. Thank you so much for supporting me on tonight. Listen, we are excited. And so we're geared up. We are ready, right, to head to Dallas. So, Jocquice, I can't wait to meet you in person. And so this, guys, is what the Herprenuer Network is all about. Most of us, we get together on Clubhouse, right? And we go into the rooms, and the Herprenuer Network has a plethora of rooms that you can jump into. We have the weapon room. We have business check-in. We have a marriage room. We have a single snatch and save room. We have a mental health room. We have a lot of rooms that you can enter into. And most times when we stumble into those rooms, we do it not knowing anybody. And what the most amazing thing is that we get opportunities as herpreneurs, as herbassadors, as elite herbassadors to come together and meet each other in person. So I cannot wait to meet you in person. Super, 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 super excited to meet you in person. And so I know that it could be, kind of like when you don't know, right? And you come in and you hear voices. And for some, you can see their pictures as they go, but that physical interaction, listen, that coming together is what seals the deal. Listen, so I'm excited. So Jocquice, so you told us how you have, what made you want to be a herpreneur, but how has the Herprenuer Network helped you?
Oh my gosh. Well, number one, it's kept me accountable, right? Knowing that there's a group of women out there who, if I'm too quiet for too long, somebody is going to message me. And, hey, sis, you all right? Right? We have accountability partners as well. So that aspect, love that. But let me just say this, the teaching alone, when we get together and we go to our, what do we call it?
Herprenuer University.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
That right there, I am like, my notebook is over here somewhere. I am like a student. Okay. First of all, I love to learn. So I'm a forever learner. When Dr. Nikki starts teaching or Master Coach Angela starts teaching, I'm like, what? And what you learn, let me tell you something, because some of the topics I've paid thousands of dollars for. All right. So let me just say that outside
talk about it. We get a lot. We get poured into.
And to get that right and to be able to have that one-on-one, I mean, for the most part, it's a group of us on Zoom, but I could raise my hand and ask a question and somebody's going to answer my question. Right. You may not get that outside, right?
You ain't going to get that nowhere. Listen.
Right, thank you. Thank you. You're just not. I'm being optimistic, right? You really aren't. And so that alone is priceless. And then I would say the last thing, which has been, and I'm so excited, I'm almost done, my master coaching certification. Where else can you develop yourself professionally for your business as well? Right?
Else.
I'm so excited. I'm almost done through Life Christian Academy. So there's
you're fine. Listen, we're here for it.
2023, I'll be getting it. I'm like waiting for Master Coach Angela to send me the last couple of sessions that I need to review and study. But so that's what you're getting, right? And for me, it was, okay, I'm consuming now. Okay, let me figure out how can I give back? How can I serve? Right? How can I support? And it may not always be in the areas in as much as I want to, because again, that harmony, but still the sisterhood aspect. Sometimes we're, you in the chat, we're praying for each other. Someone says, hey, I just need prayer. We're doing that. We're holding each other up spiritually. And so it's beautiful and comforting for me to know whether I'm in the room physically or in the room virtually on Clubhouse or whatever, there's a group of women who have my back and who will hold me up in prayer. That's priceless. It is priceless. And so, and that are aligned, right, with Christian women in business. You're not, there's nothing like the Herprenuer Network. I'm sorry. You're just not going to find it anywhere.
And let's the visibility. Listen.
That. I didn't even sit on that. Yeah.
And also the love, the sisterhood. I can think about times where I've gotten text messages, phone calls, and it's been absolutely amazing to just have that, It's awesome network. So this was good. Okay, so we have a question. All right, so Sabrina asks, Coach Jocquice, you mentioned having to focus as you post on social media for your business. Are there any tools you use to enhance your focus?
For the social media piece?
Well, probably just for, marketing in your business, period, probably.
Oh, I take advantage of the free stuff that's out there, thanks to Dr. Nikki training us and teaching us about it. So as far as posting and all that, I spend a few hours on a weekend, and I will design every post, put like a plan together, right, for that month.
Creating
and then I'll go into, I'll use Facebook Meta Business Suite for business pages, and I'll load it up. You can schedule it out. There's a planner on there.
Right.
Now, that's just for Facebook and Instagram, but I'm on LinkedIn. So there's another tool that you can use out there that'll automatically post the same exact post for you on LinkedIn. So if you you invest a few hours up front and you build everything out, and that's that one-time investment. Now it's dropping throughout the week. I'm sitting here doing my 9 to 5, and my social media page is dropping
So
new
how do you
content.
focus though? What makes you dimmy down
Oh,
and focus?
as far as when I'm on social media, is that?
Well, you talked about the discipline. So we talked about that earlier,
Yeah.
having that discipline. But is it anything that you do just
Oh,
to help you focus?
oh yeah. Okay, so this was hard for me, but I have a time clock on social media for me to consume, right? So it'll shut off for me. You could Facebook and Instagram both have that, right? So you can scroll for so long, and then it's telling you your time is up for the day. So you can
Okay.
set that, and
That's
then
cool.
yeah. So I use that, and it's almost like, oh no, but you're like, no, I set it for an hour, 30 minutes, whatever it is. But during the day, I'll tell you, my phone is off. It's just my personal phone is just off. I am not looking at it. I don't hear it. Like there's no sounds that come across. And unless it's, family calling, I'm not answering it. People can text me. And sometimes it gets in the way because it's like, hey, I need to talk to you, but I'm focused over here. Again, it's that harmony aspect of it, right? So it's all about, I like to do things in common denominators. It's healthy boundaries. That's really what it is. That's how you stay focused. Having healthy boundaries, both professionally and for your business, and letting people know, okay, this is when I'm available. You're not going to reach me during this time. And then putting in whatever self parameters you need for yourself, especially if like me, you get on there, you want to scroll, put a
Right.
clock. You're only going to scroll for 30 minutes, girl. That's it, right? So little things like that to help me stay focused.
Cool. That's good. And I will say this, there's Facebook has an app that you can put on your phone that only lets you see your timeline. Nothing else shows up except for your timeline, and you're able to post and you're able just to scroll your timeline, see your stats and things of that nature. And so when I want to focus, I just go to that app and I just go on there because I can't see anything anybody else is doing for that matter. But that was good. That was really, really good. So we have another question. Ambassador Tyra said, does the marketing tools help you focus better? And so your ability to sit down, I guess, and do it all at the one time, or,
Yeah.
get it together where you can schedule it out. Does that help you focus better as well?
Absolutely, because I'm not, so when I use Facebook's, the planner, right? I'm not inside of the app per se. Where I can
Right.
see,
You're on the actual.
I'm in that website application, if you
So
will.
no
And so
distractions.
no distractions. Yeah. And I give myself a certain time frame to get it done. And I just go in there and do it. And I may not get it all
Discipline,
done.
y'all. That's the discipline, y'all. She disciplined.
Right. And I may not get it all done either. Right. So, and that's okay. But I've built out, maybe I only get through 2 weeks worth. And I meant to do the whole month. Okay, that's fine. Those 2 weeks are going to go. And then the following weekend, because I usually try to do them on the weekends early in the morning, then I'll go and plan the rest of the time out. And so, and then being okay with, again, if you want to hold it because you want to launch something over here, over there, you could do that. And then not being married to perfection. That helps me focus too.
That's good. Say it again. Say it again.
Yes. Don't be married to perfection, because I'm
about projection. It's about moving your feet. Listen.
Yes. Just go. I will scrutinize my posts like, oh, I shouldn't have said that. Oh, you know what? We are all human beings. Nobody is perfect. Even the people that I'm looking at as my competition, we're in the same business, right? They make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So don't strive for perfection. Strive for the consistency. That's what we need to kind of stay focused on.
That's good. That's good. All right, guys. So we're going to strive for consistency as we move in this season.
Yeah.
It is not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. That was an amazing nugget. Thank you so much, Coach Jocquice J. Spikes. This was awesome. Awesome. Loved talking with you. Loved getting to know you. My Herbassador sister. Couldn't wait to interview you. And this has been amazing. So any last words for our audience before we get ready to let you go? We thank everybody for all the questions. If you have any last minute questions, make sure you pop them in But we are here, Jocquice, for any last words that you may have for us. And yes, Dr. Nikki said that we are headed to California in March. So they are coming to your side of town.
Yes.
Awesome. For the Her Awards, right?
Yes, for the Her Awards. I am so excited. It's on March 16th. I am super, super excited about that. Cannot wait to meet some of you all in person. But yes, that's going to be great.
Awesome. All right. So any last words for us as we wait for any last questions? Any last words for us?
You know what? I would just say to everyone watching, it's time to change your hat, right? Your habits, your associations, your thoughts. You can, again, apply that to your career. That's what I'm all about, but really apply it to your life. And just know it's just, you're ever evolving. It's not a destination. You're not going to be perfect until Jesus comes back. You're just not. Okay. So take it, one day at a time. And just remember, when you're thinking of things, you're going through things, it's like, okay, girl or man, woman, it's time to change your hat. Well, how can I fix this? Oh, how can you reach me? Yes.
That was my next question. Let us know, how can we reach you?
I am on social media at Jocquice Spikes, and you can also go to wisehatconsulting.com.
All right. So on social media, again, at Jocquice Spikes and wisehatconsulting.com.
Yes.
All right, guys. All right. So you've gotten all the information that you needed. Make sure that you reach out. Make sure that you support our sister as she moves and teaches us how to wear our hats. This was very, very good. I appreciate you, and I thank you for coming on the interview, letting me interview you on tonight. And so thank you. All right, so we're going to say goodbye.
Thank you for having me. Bye.
All right, guys. That was amazing. Thank you all for tuning in. This was the Herprenuer Network Talk Show, and I am Torri Hammond, your host, guys. And so let's govern ourselves accordingly to the announcements of the network. I would love to see you in Texas. Come on in and visit us in a clubhouse room. Get acquainted with the network. We actually have an interest meeting on tonight. Listen, and tonight is the last night that you're able to join this network for $1 for your first month being $1. All right. And so if you have a desire, listen, to find out more about this network, we have a jot form that you can fill out. And if I can get someone to put the jot form in the comments for me, there's a jot form that you can fill out. Click and join the network. Listen, follow the steps. And listen, it's going to be a quick move, but get in on the interest meeting on tonight so that you can find out what this network is all about. We invite you into this sisterhood. Listen, we have an amazing founder, Dr. Nikki Ziegler. We absolutely love her. So shout out to you, Dr. Nikki. We love you. And congratulations. Listen, big news and big things going on in the network, and we're excited about it. So we will be right back here on next Monday. I will be interviewing another one of my amazing Herbassador sisters, Cindy. And so I'm excited about it. And so I would love to introduce her to you. And so make sure that you set your alarms. Listen, if you are watching on YouTube, hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you are tuning in so that you can be here to see the movers and the shakers that are moving through the Herprenuer Network. And so I am Torri Hammond, your host. I thank you for joining in with me on tonight. And listen, as always, just be classy, just be sassy, just be you, because no one can do you quite like you do. All right, guys, have a good night. I will see you next Monday. Bye.